Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm going to tell you about the rest of my experience as an advanced kayaker with Pucon Kayak Retreat. Once again, thank you to David and Pucon Kayak Retreat for this opportunity to come down there. It was an awesome experience, and I'm so glad that I did it. So for the second half of the week, we started off with the beautiful crystal clear waters of the San Pedro River, some of the cleanest and clearest whitewater that I've ever paddled in. After that, we took a break for a little bit with a multi-sport and multicultural day. We got to hike to some of the local waterfalls, which were right up my alley and something I enjoyed doing, and we got to experience the culture in the city of Pucon.
Yes. See ya! Yes!
We followed up our multicultural day with a Todo Trancura. I was able to clean up some of the lines from the previous trip. While those days were exciting in and of their own right, I want to focus on the Upper Palguin, which was the waterfall day for us. Coming into this week, I knew that this would be the most challenging day for me just because it's a lot of free fall, and I'm a little bit afraid of heights. I was nervous because I knew the last rapid on the Upper Palguin is a 20-foot waterfall, and this would be the highest vertical waterfall that I have ever ran. There's only about 4 rapids on the river, but each one of these rapids involves a pretty decent amount of verticality. I knew that doing the moves wouldn't be the hardest part of the day. I knew for me, the hardest part of the day would be the mental side of it, what's going on inside my head, and would I be able to control my fear of heights during this river.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure I stay calm and not get in my own head. It's a pretty stout hike down in there into this canyon, essentially. When we got down there, it was absolutely amazing to be in the middle of this canyon and look all around you, and there's essentially rock walls that you're kind of holding you in here. In all this beauty though, it was pretty intimidating. The start was a 12-foot seal launch. That is a cool launch, dude. And essentially, once you're on the water, the first rapid is double drop. And this is a double tier waterfall with the first drop being about 4 feet, and then it turns into about a 10-foot drop. And I'm sitting at the top of this rapid. My heart's racing because I know what I'm about to do, but I knew that this would be the rapid where I could really put everything that I've practiced on all week into use. It's 2 boofs back to back. I hit the bottom and I felt great about it, but I knew there were some things that I could clean up for sure. The great thing about this rapid is there's literally a ladder right next to the waterfall, and I was able to climb up the ladder where Jerry was waiting at the top with the camera and able to give some video feedback on what I did good and what I needed to clean up.
And there's that first move. A little late on the stroke, but no worries. You're hesitating, right? Do you see how you're falling into that like high brace position, and it takes you just an extra second to get back over to where you need to be?
Yeah.
All right, and then that stroke, same thing. You went for it, and then you didn't actually make a ton of contact with the water on that stroke.
So shallow and late? Is that what you're saying?
Not so much late, more shallow.
More shallow.
I'll go out with that.
All right, first time down double drop. Not too bad. Was a little intimidated and nervous about it for sure, but it went pretty smooth. I can definitely clean up a few things on it, I think. Just little minor details, but overall, really happy with it. Super fun. Gonna give it a minute, kind of rest, recover, catch my breath, and then hop in this eddy here and give it a shot again and see if I can't do a little bit better.
I went ahead and ran this rapid 2 more times just to practice on some skills, and it was really exciting. I was also overcoming some of my fear of verticality while kayaking. The next waterfall would be the 14-footer. And this waterfall, once you round the corner, you're committed to running.
All right, we'll all do it one at a time. Mouth pump down, I'll get to the pocket, and then I'll make the rear end drop.
I was told that we could catch the eddy above it to help set up a little bit better. As I rounded the corner and caught the eddy, I was definitely really nervous about this one. It's pretty intimidating to look downriver and stare at this horizon line, knowing that there's a pretty sizable drop on the other end. I think what I should have done is I think I took it and then I would have liked to been more tucked. I don't have that opportunity to free fall. It's not my comfort zone. So after the 14-footer, I'm thinking to myself, just one more big drop to go. However, this is the most intimidating drop for me by far. And all week I had been making sure that I go first whenever we ran a rapid because I didn't want to have the time to sit at the top of a rapid and psych myself out.
And whee! And if you come over and you go, woo, whoa, you're gonna completely fall on your head.
However, unintentionally, I ended up in the back of the line and I was going to be the last person to go down this waterfall. The guides would go down first and then they would blow the whistle to signal when it's okay for the next person to go down the waterfall. And we would be going one at a time. So we hear the whistle and the first guy goes, he drops out of sight, and it takes a few seconds before we hear the whistle. So I know that he got flipped upside down. After the whistle, the next guy goes over, and I don't hear anything for a long time. So now I'm in the situation of I'm already pretty nervous, but I'm literally sitting at the top of this waterfall and I can't see anything going on around me. All I can see is the lip of this waterfall and I'm sitting up there by myself. All the guides have went, all the other guests have went, and I only knew that one thing could have happened, that he ended up swimming. I was just trying to tell myself, like, dude, don't psych yourself out. Nothing's happening yet. They're getting him taken care of. Everything's all right. Honest truth was, at one point I did consider walking it, but I knew that at the end of the day I would be okay. So I put my spray skirt on, I ratchet in. I was sitting at the top of this thing for a good probably 5 minutes before I ever heard a whistle. Dude, I'm like shaking thinking about it. Why am I doing that? Come on.
It's probably coming back.
I know, it's like coming back to me.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm going up to this ledge, I'm just thinking to myself, like, you can do this, don't freak out. And while I wanted to have a cleaner line, That was a pretty big accomplishment for me to do that and overcome that fear of heights that I have. While I know I didn't run it perfect this time, I know that I'll have another shot at it in the future. And this is just a step in the journey of learning kayaking verticality. And I know next time I'll do it and I'll have that line that I want, because I'll be able to take what I've learned all week, put it into practice back here in the Southeast, and then take it back to Chile with me next time. From there's a few short boogie rapids.
Around the corner and the outright. Gotcha.
And then it's a pretty stout hike out. But the good thing is there's no shuttle, as the car is waiting for you right there. We get back to the retreat and we have the highlight of the week, which is the asado, which is essentially like the American version of a barbecue or party. And it was just a great atmosphere where we're all talking about all the great stories and experiences that we've had all week, and just being able to share that moment with the others just is one of the highlights of the week. The next morning, it was time to leave and come back to reality. I just woke up a couple minutes ago, my last day in Chile, and I'll be taking my flight out later today. Overall, this was a great experience, and I was so excited that I went. I got to experience international kayaking, a whole nother culture on a whole different continent, and it was something that I never imagined I would ever be doing. A big thank you to Josh and Cece. You guys were great. You taught me so much. I just can't say enough good stuff about y'all. And one last thank you to David Hughes and Pucon Kayak Retreat for this awesome opportunity. It was an experience of a lifetime. I would highly, highly, highly recommend anybody check this place out. Check out Pucon Kayak Retreat. You're going to get world-class instruction, and you're going to be able to see improvements in your skills from the moment you arrive to the moment you leave. An absolute great time, great people, great food, great experience. Can't recommend it enough. But that's it for my trip from Chile. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see y'all in the next video.